Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to MRL Tier 2. Sorry for the slight delay. OBS was not cooperating properly with the stream key on YouTube. But yeah, we got it working, all good to go. And yeah, welcome back. My name's Kayla, K-Sizzle. I'm a fanatic, whatever you want to call me. The MRL mascot owner. And we're back again. Here at Australia for Tier 2. Hope everyone's having a great day. Is anyone that's here from Tier 3? Congrats on finishing your race. Unless you are Corny Table or Savage or Devin Burns, then unfortunate. But yeah, here we are, Tier 2. Almost everyone out on track at the moment, getting some laps set up. Let's see, and my brother, I convinced him to let him jump in and commentate with me, so yeah, I'm deafened. Hello, Corey. Are you in the game?
Hello, everyone. Yes, I'm in now.
Congratulations. Hopefully no one else joins the call, or else I'll have to leave and I'll have to just call you separately. But regardless, here we are. Welcome to MRL officially, I guess. I mean, you know people from MRL, you've seen us race before, but I decided, you know what, let's have the boy jump in and give you some company today since Miniko is unavailable. Look forward to good use. Taking a break from cleaning and foot champs to jump in and hang out. Let's see, Titan set a lap and validated straight after. Who else is on a lap? Let me check. From Clarence of Zeech. Yeah, nice little guest speaker. Yeah, Corey knows like Shadow and Andy, Henry, Damie. We've all played games together before, so he knows a few people. I don't think he knows anyone in this
And I might be a bit biased in this tier. I am a bit fan of MRK.
Yeah,
so
he knows MRK and I think that's it. I don't think he knows anyone else. I don't think you know anyone else in this one, right? Oh, Jordy maybe? Jordy played the career mode with us. The Fox is his name in game. Edge, of course.
Edge, you're not in this tier.
Yeah, Edge is tier 1, but yeah, he knows Edge. So yeah, Corey knows some MRL people, but yeah, he's never actually raced in it yet. But yeah.
Ooh, yet.
I've tried to convince you so many times to just do it.
You know, I have been playing the game a bit more this year. I feel like I've gotten a lot better pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm ready for league racing. I'm not ready for that commitment.
Yeah, we'll stick to the career mode. Get some practice in, and then we'll give you when you're ready for the step up, give you some real setups instead of the default ones. Give you some of the Andy master classes. Yeah, hello Edge, hello Burn. Burn, congrats again on the podium. Always nice talking to Burn, having quite a fun time in DMs when we send each other clips of what's going on, the shenanigans happening in our races and whatnot, and all that. Yeah, Edge in tier 1, just hanging around. He's just there for a good time. But on to tier 2, so we got a couple people sending laps. Again, you guys know me. We're not paying that much attention. We're just kind of hanging around, seeing who's actually on a lap and whatnot. I think the poll time in tier 3 was a 16-4, I think. Burn did it, but I'm not sure exactly. But yeah, no. For me personally, I hate Australia. I hate this track with a passion. So the fact that I even managed to get points today is nothing short of a miracle. But MD Jacobson, lobby host, coming across the line. Good enough for P10. Let's see Jordy on a lap. Per chance. Yeah, this track is so tricky. It's so easy to touch the grass. A quick little section right after the end of Sector 1. 16-3 right at the end. Ah, okay. Yeah, Vonley was quick. Very quick. Unfortunately, he got caught up in that little scuffle that we all had. Actually, no, I think, yeah, he got caught up in the spin when me and Snoop were going side by side. And I think he he might have got tagged or something like that, so he ended up having to pit, unfortunately for him. He's looking good for a potential race win there. What's my gamer tag? My gamer tag in the servers, I'm a fanatic. And then, yeah, obviously, Order X-Man is Mr. Burn. But yeah, and then Corey, he's not in the server. He's just hanging out with me today. As Jordy goes up to P6, nicely done. See Mr. Titan gonna go for another run here. Switch to this cam, nice broadcast cam. But we'll see if they, if anyone can get into maybe the 14s. See if Rhythms can pull some magic out of his hat. And actually, let me go and click on. We'll call it standings and whatnot. If I can find it, that'd be great. There we go. Tier 2 standings. So after the last race, MRK and Rhythms were tied on points, but now Rhythms has pulled a slight gap, and he's leading the championship in Tier 2 with 68 points, and then MRK still holding second with 49, and then we have the Ferrari of Fletcher with 45, Golden Drift with 35, and then Miller in the Alpine at 33 and P5. So, and then running down the rest of the top 10 is Omarmo, then the Fox, Newbie, Kiwi, and Sean Tilla. And last time I checked who was being a bad egg last week. So let's see if there's any penalty points. That's tier 3. Oops, wrong tier. So there were no penalties or no incidents reported for Silverstone, and
we just witnessed a big mistake there.
Ooh.
There's like Mr. Titan on his flying lap there, right in sector 3, coming across the final couple of corners. So he's definitely gonna have to put on a new set of tires and try again. Luckily, he's still got plenty of time left in the session, but you never want to see a mistake like that.
Yeah, he invalidated, I think, not the first run, on the second one. Like, I don't know if he was trying to go for another push lap again, but he invalidated in turn 1, so.
It looks like Fletcher, the Ferrari, is boarding his flying lap right at the very end. I didn't see if he made a mistake as well. So, lots of improvements still to come.
Yeah, Rhythm setting the pace so far. Looking at the penalties, I think everything has stayed the same. Oh wait, no, someone's got 4. Sam in the Mercedes is, so we got the 2 Mercs with the most penalty points so far in Tier 2 with 4. And then Fletcher and Cartman on 3, Rhythms on 2, Omarmo on 2, Newbie on 2, Tilla also on 2, and then NV with 1. There goes that quick little rundown. That's okay, Sam. But, yeah, we've got a couple people missing. I know Mod is not here, so Zeech is filling in his spot. And I guess there weren't enough reserves available to fill in a couple of the other empty spots, but I think Zeech, looking at the rundown of everyone in the lobby, yeah, Zeech is the only reserve in for today. 2 of those are for being hit while I spun. Yeah, it's tricky. I know, for example, for me, at Silverstone, there was someone that spun out at Cops, and he was fully sideways across the track, and I was like, you know what? If I stick on the racing line on the outside, I will hit him. So let me try and go as close to the wall as possible, like the car in front of me did. And I did that, and I still hit the guy. Got a 10-second penalty in-game, and obviously broke my wing. But then, for the stewards report, they said, you know, kind of like a, oopsie, you know, he made a mistake. It is what it is. I just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. So, I don't know. Maybe it is situational. I'm not sure exactly what happened with your incident. But yeah. I guess it just happens to be wrong place, wrong time sort of thing, so it's unfortunate, but we move. Let's see, who's actually on the lap? Looks like Jordy's going out again. While most people sit in the pit lane, change their tires, because we only have about 6 minutes left, so time is running out quickly. I think most people only be able to have 1, maybe 2 more chances at sending a lap. I'll have to wait and see, as I've got another notification on Discord. Someone added me as a friend. It is. I will accept your request. Thank you very much. You've got a yellow flag, a Red Bull moving slowly. I've got a dog running up to me. What do you want? You need to go out? Seriously? We're busy. I need you to lay down or something. Come here. Come here. Sorry, we don't have dog cam anymore because the dog is no longer allowed on my bed because she's got bladder issues. And last thing you want is a dog peeing on your bed. And now she just lays in her crate and sits on the floor. Walking up to Corey now. Corey's gonna walk away for a second, see if she needs to go out. Fox comes across the line, and he does improve up to P2. So great lap from him. So definite room for improvement for everyone else as well, potentially. Unless anyone else decides they want to also invalidate their lap, which is a high possibility. What did I just... Oh!
Hey!
Hey! I'm muting him. I'll be back, Imanol. Sorry, we're in a call with our other friends. But yeah, here we go. Let me plug this in. My phone charger. I'll need it for later. I have to go to a meeting at work right after Tier 2 ends, so... A little short on time today. Again, I thought I wouldn't have enough time to actually stream Tier 2, and I don't think anyone else would have been able to cover, so because I am so generous, I decided, you know what, guys, I will cancel my plans of going to the store and stay and do Tier 2, and then go to my work meeting afterwards. Because I just love you all that much. About 3.5 minutes left, as I would assume everyone will start to filter out within the next minute or so. We got Drunken Shamrock doing his usual shenanigans of doing his one-shot quali. And we'll see where he ends up. So you have the Haas of Omarmo behind him. Hopefully he's not too close. Don't want to get that dirty air on a qualifying lap. I think he's got enough space, so I think he should be good. Maybe get a little bit of a slipstream going down to turn 1, but it should be too bad. Oh, never mind. He's weaving. He is just burning fuel. And let's see what Drunken Shamrock can do. He seems to be the mastermind of being towards, like, the back, sort of, kind of, back of the midfield, and then just kind of pulling a magical race out of nowhere and ending up in, like, the decent point-scoring position, so we'll see if he can have another repeat performance of that. But yeah, I don't know the corner numbers, names, whatever. I didn't do enough, quote-unquote, research for that, so I'll just do it by sectors. That's the easiest way for me to do it. Well, let me actually do this, and I'm gonna call him when he comes back. He wants to let the dog out. Anyway, the Shamrock coming around the last couple corners. We'll see what he can put down. Because we got almost everyone out on track at the moment, bar 2. Around the final corner, a little bit of a wiggle, nothing too crazy. And where's that gonna put Shamrock? Dead last, unfortunately. So let's see. Everyone seems to be on an outlap. I'm gonna cycle through who's gonna cross the line first. McLaren. That's Siege. See Golden Drift. Golden Drift is starting his lap. So let's see if Golden Drift can improve from P10. Yeah, it's interesting. Like when I asked Shadow for a setup and he sent it to me, I was like, "Are you sure? Like these wings seem really low." And he was like, "Yeah, this is normal." And I was like, "Oh my god, okay." And then doing my race today, someone else said in the tier 3 chat, they just said they felt like they didn't have enough downforce in the corners versus the other cars, but then also couldn't keep up with them in the straights, and I kind of felt the same. So I don't know if people are running 0-0. Yeah, it's tough out here. Let's see Golden Drift. He's coming towards a couple corners. He's gonna need his teammate to move out of the way. My goodness, Zeech kind of a little close there, my friend. Could be in a bit of trouble there. As Golden Drift gonna put in every last bit of energy down this main straight. He's gonna put him up to P6. Let's see Kiwi as well. See if he can improve. He's had a good run of form recently as well in the Ferrari team. Both Ferraris have been doing quite well, so we'll see if he can jump up from P5. He does up to P2 across the line. Let's see, NVA. Great qualifying so far. Gonna bump him up one spot versus the Fox. Yeah, see, is that MRK crossing the line there? Is, and he's up to P3. I'm trying to keep track of everybody. Sometimes I forget of who's, you know, running out, going out first compared to some others, but here we go. Quali is done. Fox up to P2. Great lap from him, but I don't know if anyone's going to be able to challenge Rhythms. Great lap as he improves even more in that P1 spot. The Golden Drift is done. Newbie looks like he's done as well. Let's see Miller in the Alpine. Bit of a lock up there, I think. But here he goes. Across the line. Let's see if he can improve from P11. And only up one spot. Just a little bit of a disappointing quality from him. He's been, more often seen towards the front of the field. So I know he'll definitely wanted to have done a bit better. Especially being stuck at that mid-pack turn 1 is a bit tricky. As we wait for Omarmo to get a move on. I don't know if he realizes that everyone's crossed the line and these are AI. Unless he's just fully just out of gas. So as Omarmo slowly makes his way back, cutting some grass here. You can see his car coming around the corner. There he goes. Oh, he stopped again. Omarmo, you can't park there, sir. You gotta keep going. Don't tell Omarmo to get a move on. Oh, he stopped. Oh. Omarmo, those are AI cars. Those aren't actual people. Someone tell this guy to get a move on, because he can't retire on track. That's a no-no. What's this guy doing? What is he doing? Just get back on the track, man. Goodness gracious. What are we witnessing here? Yes, Titan. Woo! Last place. Let's go. Alright, he's finally getting a move on. Yeah, because he's out of fuel, so he was just trying to let the other cars go by, but they were AI. As the time will now run out for Omarmo, so he won't be able to cross the line anyway. And, we switch back to the front. Oh, never mind, didn't have enough time. There you go, there is your tier 2 quali done. Let me unmute my friend Imanol, who's at the call. I'm gonna call Corey on Discord. He's upstairs. He went to let the dog out, and sometimes, especially now that it's cold outside, a husky does not want to come back indoors. But real quick recap, I'm not gonna read the names out. Everyone can read. This is our tier 2 Australia qualifying. Well done in Rhythms. Another pole position for him. Looking to make another push for that driver's title. And here we go. Look at Cartman doing a back-to-back race. Cartman, if people didn't know, switched from tier 2 down to tier 3 for Man in the Box. But Man in the Box was not available today, so he is doing double duty. Where is... What am I looking for? There it is. On Discord. Ta-da! So I put it in streamer mode so you don't hear the thing ringing, but here we go. Hey Bozo, the race is about to start. You're gonna
Can I get
miss.
an invite back to the lobby?
What? I didn't even know you left the lobby. Anyway. Imagine you jump back in and it puts you in a car.
No,
That's...
I'm spamming Y as I was joining. So.
But yeah, we'll just wait for everyone to do their fuel and strategy, etc. I know the default strategy is a hard to medium, pitting on lap around 16 or so. And I think the alternate default strategy is like a 2-stop hard, then medium, medium. I don't think it was quite mixed in terms of starting tire and tier 3. I think it was most people decide to do mediums, and then there's a few that decide to do the hards. I decided to do the hards, and then I broke my wing, so that didn't work out too well.
Classic Kayla.
I thought I was doing good. I thought I broke early enough. I was side by side with somebody else, and then when I turned, I gave Ted a tiny kiss, and then I broke my front wing. It didn't mess him up or anything like that, but that was real life. That's a straight puncture. It was right into the tire. Or maybe even simulation damage. Yeah, unlike Tier 3, everyone is being nice and waiting for MB Jacobson to ready up like you're supposed to, the tier coordinator. Bouncy, looking at you. Bad egg. As we get ready to rock and roll. Got 5 lights on. And then they're away. I'll try and keep in this camera. Got a slow-moving V-carb at the back. I think it's Drunken Shamrock. As Fox actually takes first from Rhythms. With a great move. We'll try and make sure we can see everybody, hopefully. See some side-by-sides in the back here, Newbie and Tilla. They're clean so far. This is a tricky place to go side-by-side. You can give the space, it is just a bit... Ooh! Oh! Yep! Ooh. Oh, it was a big pile-up now. Let's see if anyone else gets caught in that.
Good start, and then, yeah, some shenanigans going into turn 5.
Oh my. Yeah, Golden Drift, feeling the full effects of that one. Breaking his wing. And let's see, keep going, cycling through as Fletcher gets past Newbie as well. Up to P7. So nicely done from him. As we see Zeech getting a bit optimistic on the Alpine of Miller, and he's going to make that move. And they have it stick, I think so. Nicely done from Zeech, our reserve for the day. We'll just kind of keep going through. So besides that one little incident with Golden Drift, who's definitely going to have to go into the pits and change that front wing. Too many.
I think it was a Red Bull and an Alpine that came together, and Golden Drift really came off worse out of those two.
Yeah. So I wonder if Newbie has any damage with that incident with Tilla. He has only dropped 1 place, but he does seem to be dropping off a little bit off the pace here. We'll see if he can keep DRS. I don't know if he stayed in range. Well, he's got Zeech all over the back of him. Even before the detection zone, or sorry, the DRS line, as Rhythms also takes first from Fox, and Zeech is going to get past Newbie. To go back up to our leaders, now Rhythms.
Newbie goes a little wide, gets passed by his teammate Miller.
Yeah, maybe he does have damage after all. It did look like he touched the wall there. So if he, let me see if it shows it on here. Yes, he did. He broke his left front end plate, so that does make sense.
And into the pit he goes.
Yeah.
So him and Golden Drift will definitely be hoping for a safety car, bringing it back into contention for any sort of result here.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit tricky. I mean, it's Australia. Anything can happen. The walls are right there, so it is pretty easy for a safety car to happen. But yeah, hopefully no one overfueled their car by too much. But we'll have to wait and see. I think in Tier 3 we had 2 safety cars and a VSC, something like that. Well, let's see Fox. Let's see how close he can stick to the back of the Red Bull. Yeah, I'm expecting most people to have quite low wing setup. But yeah, the grid is very close. And we do have a yellow flag at the back as Fox is trying to overtake Red Bull. Space is
we have
given.
Mercedes. Josh Simmons spinning at turn 6. He's okay. He's continuing on.
Yeah, the Mercs haven't had the greatest of time. Can't remember if they're both new to the league or not, but yeah, they haven't had the greatest run so far. So they'll definitely be looking to bounce back a bit. I know they have a good TP and Cobb K that's gonna keep motivating them to do their best. You know, anything can happen. It's only lap 3. We got plenty of racing still to go, so never give up. And Fox doing a great job so far. We'll see if he can keep holding on to this lead. It's not going to be easy for him. Rhythms definitely wants to reclaim that first place and pull away in the driver's standings, but he does have his championship rival directly behind him in MRK. Real quick, let me switch to the tires. Almost everyone on the mediums except for a couple, which is Zeech and Josh. That started on the hards. Everyone else, unfortunately, had incidents and they had to pit. Let me switch back. And yeah, Rhythm's really close to the Williams now. I think he'll be able to get this move done down the inside. It is a bit tricky in this DRS detection zone to give space. Sometimes I think some people hug the wall a little too tight, or they're kind of in the middle of the road and you think you have the inside and there's just not enough space. So sometimes you can see collisions there, but that's not what we want to see, especially because it is technically a straight.
Oof, what a move. MB Jacobson's battle for 11th is heating up.
Scroll down here. Okay, it's a tight little gang here with Meebinator, MB Jacobson, and the 2 Haas cars. So don't worry, Titan, you're not still last. Don't worry, my friend. Yeah, this grid is very close, as Byrne mentioned, because you know, first place all the way down to 9th are in DRS of each other. Nice little train going. So if I'm MB Jacobson and Meebinator, I think the best course of action is to not fight too hard and see if you can catch up to Cartman. Because Cartman has fallen off the back, so he's a little bit of in no man's land right now. He's got a good gap to cars in front and the ones behind, but he's gonna have to be careful because they're obviously pushing, and you know, sometimes you don't really want to get caught up in other people's battles. Let's see, Fox looking for a move, just a little dummy. Doesn't falter the Red Bull, and he'll have to try again. Let's see with Rhythms if he can unlock any more pace and see if he can pull away from these cars from behind. Again, it won't be easy because they are just so close to each other. The grid is very tight. Rhythms does seem to be the fastest over 1 lap. But actually, MVA really close to the back of the Ferrari. I don't think he'll be able to get a move done. That turn 1 is a bit tricky. So you have a yellow flag.
Oh no. We got a Mercedes out of the race.
And that is a VSC. And there's, oh, you saw it. There was his tire. There it is, still hanging on. Rest in peace. The Mercedes of Josh. He did his best, and that's what we can do. So there you go. VSC, gonna neutralize the race under yellow flag conditions. Yeah, so how are you feeling so far with what you've been seeing? It's I think your first time actually. No, you've watched races before, no, in MRL?
I've watched races before. I feel like this has been very well behaved thus far. Only that one incident on the first lap.
Yeah. That's not too bad.
It's not too bad, and you know the gaps have been relatively close. You know, the last couple laps they started to open up a bit, but it's been a very close race so far in the beginning stages.
I don't know anyone else's experience with a VSC, but I feel like in this game, like, or at least in this track, when we were doing it earlier, I felt like even on the straight, I was lifting so much because, like, I was even like halfway putting the throttle down, and the delta just was like, it was still like going up. I'm like, wait a minute. As Fletcher, speaking of the delta,
Oh, no.
Fletcher getting a drive-through penalty for speeding under the VSC.
That's a silly penalty to get.
As NBA is going to make a move down into turn 1. As Kiwi gets a 3-second for that. With that camera angle, it's a little hard to tell if he was pushed or not. But Tilla, ooh, he's going to try it. I don't know if there was any contact. I think there might have been, but all's fair so far. And he got really, a couple of them got really giddy on that restart.
Oh no, Bieber makes a big mistake down turn 3, loses a couple positions.
And Meebinator also not having the greatest of times in MRL this season so far.
And they had a great start. They're up 5 or 6 positions, and they just lost all that progress. So let's see if they can make their way back up the field.
I missed it. Jordy overtook the Red Bull again. Yeah, that's the hard thing about, like, when you're watching these races, because the gaps are so close, and you watch one guy and then boom, someone else is getting overtaken. You're like, wait, I completely missed it. Change of the lead. It's like you want to try and give everyone the love, but obviously you want to see who's out in front. Let's see. Yeah, Cartman lost a lot of time under that VSC as Fletcher is now pitting to serve that drive-through. That's going to set him back quite a bit. As he also gets a 10-second for speeding in the pit lane.
Oh, Fletcher, man. Release the RT.
Yeah, that's your team right there, Ferrari. But, yeah.
He'll have some good clean air. Hopefully he put in a couple fast laps. Maybe safety car will bunch up the grid again.
Let's see, Jordy's picking up the pace a bit. Zeech almost dropped out of DRS range. Miller definitely did. And now even with Cartman, he dropped back so far. Now he's in the clutches of B. Jacobson and company. As Rhythms, again, they're just kind of swapping back and forth. Ooh, Fox really close to the back of him.
Turn 9 here. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for a move here. It's going to take his time. Maybe you'll see it move at turn 11.
Let's go back to it. Let's see, we'll get close enough? I don't think so.
He's a little too far back on this lap.
Let's see, Tilla. Tilla has dropped out of DRS range of the front pack here. It's a little bit too much curve. We'll see if Zeech will be able to make a move. I think he will. Definitely has the overspeed with DRS. And he has made his move down in turn 1. And now he's put him up to P6. I don't think Tilla will be able to have a rebuttal to that. He's going to have to opt to sit behind. And maybe try again on in Sector 2. To MVA. He's always been pretty close to the back of the Ferrari. So we'll see if he can make any impressions here. It's something that's hard to decide whether you want to just kind of keep trying to overtake the next car, or if you just want to, you know, follow along and maybe have them pull you forwards a little bit. Because we're at the stage where these tires are going to start hurting a little bit, so...
Ooh, what a move. MB Jacobson down to turn it. Oh, so bit of contact there. Oh, yeah. Bit of contact between MB Jacobson and Cartman into turn 10. Don't really want to go 2 cars through there.
And down goes Cartman. After a pretty good Tier 3 race, he's now down into P13. Fortunate. Tilla dropping off the pace a little bit. Maybe these tires, you know, time to say goodbye. I know for Zeech, he's on the hard, so the hard should feel better at this stage. So we'll see if he can catch back up to the front pack here. This NBA is struggling to turn the car a little bit. Yeah, so the grip is obviously falling away. Let's see if Zeech can catch up. Let's see if he can get in DRS range here. Be close. I don't think he's got enough Yeah, just outside, so he's gonna have to try again, maybe wait till the next lap. Because he's got a sizable gap to Tilla behind. The straight line speed looks pretty good. He does touch the grass a little bit, just gives a little kiss. Off he goes again. As yeah, NVA is also struggling. Does he have DRS? He does have DRS. Now he's gonna have to watch out for the McLaren behind. Let me just go back again, just for you know, for myself purposes, just remembering who's on what. So yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Kiwi also has a 3-second time penalty as Rhythms has had enough of his medium tires. Goes into the pits. Opting obviously for a set of hard tires, and let's see where he decides to filter out. Probably all the way behind Fletcher, if I had to assume. As Miller also pits Omarmo and Fletcher again. So, never mind. Let's see, but he's gonna come out. Oh, wow, he's really close with Cartman here. Actually had to run out into the grass a little bit.
And he's gonna get past as soon as possible because Cartman has not really had the pace. Oh, and there's a little mistake from the Williams ahead from Meeb.
Yeah, even though the tires are a bit cold, yeah, it's a bit tricky to overtake here, so I think he's probably just gonna sit behind and then just pass him. The DRS is probably the easiest way. Even before DRS, actually, he's got so much more grip. But the Williams isn't going to make it easy for him. But regardless, the Red Bull is through. And up he goes to P9. And he will continue his charge. Next up is Mr. Titan. Let's see the leaders. Let's see what Jordy decides to do. Is he going to pit? No, he opts to stay out. MRK is jumping into the pits. Kiwi as well. NVA opts to stay out. Zeech, of course, on the hards is going to stay out, but I think he's close enough to make a move. Actually, he's not. NVA's got really good straight line speed. Tilla also decided to stay out. Let's see MB Jacobson as well. Let's see Rhythms. Is he going to get the undercut on MRK? I think he will. No problem. And he's through with the P6. Let's see MRK and Kiwi. A clear drunken Shamrock, excuse me. And so yeah, Kiwi even with a little bit of a mistake there, no problem. Yeah, the main goal is to stay away from, or stay in front of the cars that haven't pitted yet. Don't want anyone holding you up, just to give you some more space, some breathing room, and you're free to push as NVA now gets passed by Zeech. Tilla in tow as well. So he goes a bit wide, no problem. Up the McLaren goes. And I'm guessing he's going to pit around lap 16, if I had to assume. Based off the, what the game's default strategy says anyway. So Jordy jumps to the pits. Tilla is also going with MVA. And Zeech will continue on to MB Jacobson. I'm assuming he's going to jump in as well. Yeah, there he goes. We know MB Jacobson loves to do a long stint, but not this time. And he goes. And that MRK will be set free. Jump ahead of all these guys, except for Jordy, of course. It'll be close. It's gonna have more grip. Tires fired up. Ooh, this could get dicey. Not sure. Is he gonna think about making a move to dive down the inside? No. It's it behind the Williams and have him drag him along. Maybe make a move in sector 2. He does have Kiwi for company still, so let's see. Newbie had an incident earlier, had to pit, so he's on 10-lap old hards with Omama right behind him. Let's see MRK if he can get close enough to the Williams. He's gonna get close, but not close enough. We'll see with the double dose of DRS here. And Jordy's got very good straight line speed as well. I think it's just a common thing this race with people's setups. Just have very good straight line speed.
Marmo's all over the back of Newbie. You can't get quite close enough to make the move just yet.
Yeah, he's gonna have to be patient. last thing you want to do is break your front wing, especially in a track like this. Make it a lot more difficult than it needs to be. Kiwi's got very good overspeed. Straight line speed as well. But he was starting to gain on MRK. Not pushing too much. But I think this train will continue like this. But they do have a big, sizable gap to the, I guess, net race leader of Rhythms, because Zeech still hasn't pitted yet as Fletcher sets down the fastest lap. Yeah, obviously, with the pit stops and different strategies, the field has spread out quite a bit, but, you know, you still got a couple people close to each other. We'll see if anyone can pick up some time penalties. It is quite easy to do here. As I see Omarmo finally getting past.
Omarmo's had enough waiting. Finally gets past. He had a lot more battery charged up, so he just has to be patient with that one. He finally got the move done.
And Zeech also decides to jump into the pit lane, get rid of his hard tires. Gonna go on to another set of mediums. And we'll see where he filters out. If I had to guess, it's gonna be... I don't know. Is it gonna be behind Newbie? Let's see where he filters out. Let's just take a look-see. Oh, that's good. It's in front of Omarmo and in front of Newbie, which is good for him. So he'll have a bit of breathing room to try and catch back up. So not too bad, not too bad. We'll see what his tire management is like towards the end of this race. So yeah, it is decently high on this track. Nothing crazy. So one stop is definitely possible. I know that was one thing I had to get used to when I started playing this game. Was like, oh wait, 2 stops? I'm like, why are the tires like blowing up so quickly? But here it's definitely doable. Depends on how much you're pushing. But Jordy seems to be able to hold MRK at a nice arm's distance so far. But they do have about 5 seconds to the Red Bull in front, who's got clean air free to push. Got the undercut, and we'll see if he's able to hold on to it to the end. About halfway through now.
Tilla is looking quite quick. He's stuck behind NBA.
Ooh, Golden Drift.
Definitely gonna look for movement to turn 1.
His Golden Drift is having a bad day at the office. Got caught in an incident, had a couple spins. Yeah, his wing is still broken. As he cuts through the grass there. Yeah, he's not having a good time right now. My fellow McLaren teammate. I know he will bounce back, no problem. You never know. Might get us another safety car this race. We'll have to wait and see. I see someone spin out, fly into the wall, unless he decides to do that himself. I don't know if he has rear wing damage. There's a possibility. I'm not sure if he actually tapped the wall there on that spin.
And on the tail end of the points, Newbie is not enjoying this hard tire. He's been gapped by Omarmo ahead, and now he's got the Sauber of MB Jacobson right behind him as well.
Yeah, he's going to have to pit sooner rather than later. He's on 13 lap old hards, as there goes MB Jacobson past him.
A little bit of contact between the twos. Jacobson goes by.
Newbie's off onto the grass. He's going to send it back. I don't know if Mr. Titan's going to be close enough. As Titan pulls over, I'm not sure if there was contact with the cars behind. He's going quite slowly here. I don't know what happened. I know some people do that if they accidentally cause a collision or a push to pass. Some people will just go, you know what, my hands are up, my bad, and then let them back through. But Titan, I'm gonna assume he's gonna retire from this race. He was going quite slowly through the last couple corners there.
Maybe he decides to stay out for another lap. Interesting decision. He definitely does not have the grip of any of his nearest rivals, and he's just getting swallowed up. But he's not gonna make it easy for any overtakes.
Titan decides to continue on the Haas TP, so good for him. It kind of looked like I might not be able to do anything in this race, so I'm just going to retire. But he continues on. Well done to him. That's the mentality you want to have. As Kiwi has now dropped back a bit off the Aston Martin of MRK. We'll see if he's able to keep up, get DRS for this main straight. I think he will. Just barely. Hangs on, but he's got it. As MVA has Tilla for company. See what Tilla Stappen can do. Turn 1 Tilla. The MVA is just out of here. You would think MVA's got DRS with the way he's moving down this main straight.
Zeech with a big mistake coming out of the final corner, nearly put him in the wall. Lost a lot of time there.
He still has a good gap to Marmo, which is good for him, but if he's going to want to catch up, it's going to be difficult as Mediator picks up a 3. Because, yeah, those mediums feel good for the first few laps, and then, you know, grip falls away, and then you feel like you're driving on ice as Golden Drift has retired in the pit lane. Finally call it a day. Depending on where Rhythms is, and if the car does come out, which I think it is, you may have to be careful. I think there's a big enough gap where he won't have to worry too much. But that is always a possibility of a car coming out from the pit lane and impeding everybody by just getting in the way. Let's see, let's switch to Rhythms. I think the car is not coming out the pit lane. It does not, so they don't have to worry about that. Let's see. Yeah, this train is kind of staying the same with Fox leading the charge. MRK Kiwi with 3 seconds, hanging on to the back of him. Just seeing where life takes him as Zeech goes into the pits.
Yeah, I think he broke his front wing on that mistake on the previous lap. So he came in to change that.
That's not even coming from me as a McLaren driver, but that is unfortunate. He had good pace. Led a couple of laps in that first stint on the hards, and yeah, that's definitely going to set him way back. So he'll be hoping for a safety car, maybe. Maybe put on a set of softs if that's the case. Because we are dwindling down towards the latter stages of this race. Does MRK have DRS? I can't tell.
He should.
Okay, he does. Yeah, okay. It looked like Fox was pulling away a little too much, and I was like, wait a minute, does he have DRS? But he does. His NVA is getting close to the back of Miller.
Yeah, Tiller wanted to make that move. He needed to make it several laps ago, because NVA's been closing that gap, and now he's in DRS range. He's somewhat safe from Tiller behind.
Yeah. Another guy that's been stiff-armed this race. Kind of like MRK a little bit. It doesn't get close enough at all to even think about making a move on Jordy. So he's just kind of getting dragged along, so to speak. But yeah, the gap to the car in front is just stabilized, or it's kind of stabilized. I think Rhythms is like a couple tenths a lap quicker. But yeah, I think he might have this. I don't see these this trio here catching up. This Drunken Shamrock gets a 3-second penalty. Yeah, Jordy's doing a great job, for sure. He's pushing when he needs to, and then, you know. But yeah, I wouldn't even say parks it up, but yeah, he saves up his battery enough, and yeah, he's like almost equal, maybe even a little bit more energy than two guys behind. Attila now fallen away from NVA and Miller. Unfortunate for him, but he does have a huge gap to the next car of Omarmo, almost 10 seconds back. Take Cartman on the back of Nevenator. We'll try and go through everybody, give everyone some love on the stream. Cartman also in the points. So Corey, if you didn't know, we go down to P12 now.
Captain Cup, okay. So
Fletcher with his drive-through and a 10-second penalty is in the last point, same position. And
I think if he's got anything to say about it, he'll move up the order a bit, because he's been quite quick.
Yeah, he'll have Nevenator and Cartman for company. Drunken Shamrock touches the grass a little bit. He's got a penalty. Zeech, Newbie, and Titan all the way at the back.
Oh, big mistake! No, Vevenator.
Dude, I literally was just looking at them, and I just switched away to just cycle through
Front
the
wing
back.
completely gone.
Bruh, a safety car. And it's brought out a safety car. Oh my.
Now this gets interesting. What do some of these guys at the back? Newbie. What happened to Newbie?
Newbie is in the pits. Yeah, it's just glitched.
Okay.
Yeah, it's glitched
So he
again.
instantly decides to dive in. If I'm Zeech here, I think I stay out, go for track position.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how much he can gain. I think if the guys in front, like Rhythm's here, he's going to the pits now as well. I assume everyone is going to follow him. I don't think he will gain any track position, so I think if I'm Zeech, I might just whack on a set of softs because he's already used his other set of mediums, or just stay out. So Newbie stayed out. Wait, I hopefully my game is not bugging out here. But it says that Newbie is the race leader on my screen. Okay, never mind. I switch back.
Newbie's at the back.
Yeah, because he pit. That's why I was like, wait a minute, that's not right. So this is going to make it interesting. Omarmo coming into the pits. We've got Tilla, Jordy, and MRK opt for a new set of hard tires.
The only one on the soft so far. Yeah, no one taking a gamble.
Oh, Meebinator. Oh yeah, he's just retired for this. Why would he retire? I know you have to change your wing, but it's a safety car, last few laps, everything to play for, and Zeech
does stay out, and he does get a few positions there. So interesting. Omarmo the only one to take the gamble on the softs. Everyone else deciding to go in the mediums or the hards.
Yeah. Interesting. Shamrock also stayed out. I didn't even notice that. Typical Shamrock. But this is exactly what I was talking about during qualifying. Shamrock does a one-shot quali, and then depending on where he qualifies, normally it's towards the back end of the field. And then somehow, through God's grace, he manages to get in the points every time. And not like the lower end, like 11th, 12th. Like, he's always up in like around P8, P6, and here he is in P8. But he will have to be careful of Omarmo on those softs like you mentioned, because Omarmo can get a bit aggressive at times. He's definitely improved his racecraft over the past few seasons, maybe even the past couple of game cycles. So, but you never know. Sometimes when you see something in front of you, you just want to grab it with both hands, and sometimes you get a little greedy.
It's interesting that Jordy and MRK are both on the same tire again. So, if MRK had any hopes of finishing P2, he's gonna have to get it done without that grip advantage of the mediums.
And then let me ask the chat, as Shamrock actually decides to go into the pits now. If you're in this situation, would you just put on softs, or is the softs just gonna fall off a cliff completely, even with just a few laps to go? Because I know there's an issue with overheating and things like that on certain tracks, but yeah, no, I'm surprised that they opted for the hards instead of softs, just for the final few laps. And I'm assuming the safety car is going to go in at the end of this lap. I don't know if I was counting right. I think it's a tough call, regardless, and Burn seems to agree as well. But yeah.
Well, with nothing to lose, Titan decides to put on the soft tire, so we'll see what kind of pace that he can do if he can, keep up the consistency. Because, like you said, the soft tires are not going to last very long.
Yeah, I'm just thinking in my head, like, okay, if they're only going to last like 5 laps, safety car will be coming in shortly, whether it's this lap or next lap. I think it's this lap. Titan should be able to catch up to everybody else with his field all bunched up. We got people passing under safety car. Not sure what's going on here. Shamrock dropped back a little bit. Let's see. It could be a potential late call if it does decide to go in. If not, then we're going to go around one more time.
I don't really know why it's taking so long.
Yeah, it looks like we're going around one more time. So Titan has no problems catching back up to everybody. And, yep, gonna need everyone to start weaving. Warm up the tires. Because they're gonna be a bit chilly, especially those hards, to get going on the restart. So, yeah, MRK might struggle a little bit against NVA and Kiwi as well. Wait, Kiwi? How did Kiwi end up behind NVA?
I was looking at that just now too, and NVA and Tilla were fighting for a while. They're behind Kiwi, so I don't know how that order got mixed up.
Yeah,
But
NVA somehow managed to get ahead of Miller and Kiwi. Yeah, I completely missed that. But, yeah, Zeech back in the points. What happened to Drunken Shamrock? Now he's at the back, behind Titan. Maybe he decided to let him go, and maybe he went off into the grass and let him pass. I'm not sure exactly. But as everyone knows, you're not allowed to pass under safety car or yellow flag conditions. Unless you go off the track. If you go off the track and someone passes you, then that's a different story. But here we go, safety car in this lap. Let me switch back to the front of the field. I will go on Jordy's camera in the broadcast view for this restart. And we'll see when Rhythms decides he wants to take off. He's going to do the Max Verstappen, go real slow, and then just take off when they're not suspecting it. Or is he going to lead them right up to the line? We'll have to wait and see. Are you expecting carnage? Because I might. Especially on lap 1 we saw with Tilla, Newbie, and Golden Drift getting caught up. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, it's not looking good for the people that have time penalties. As Drunken Shamrock finally got reclaimed the position from Titan. But let's see Rhythms. When is he going to take off?
Now they go. Right here. Wait till the final corner.
So it's a good restart from MRK to create that little gap from behind on those fired up tires of NVA. Maybe not so fired up now for him.
Zeech had a little look on MB Jacobson in the back, but nothing doing there.
So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see. There's some people that seem to be quite good or quite quick in the beginning stages of, on fresher tires, and then once those tires start to wear out, they kind of drop back a bit. Tilla being one of those. So we'll see if he can take any spots, but Rhythms is out of here, by the way.
Yeah, already almost a second and a half clear.
So you got Fletcher with Cartman. The gap is really close. So he's got Zeech right in front of him. He's going to make that move. Nicely done. But actually, yeah, he's going to park it up right behind McLaren. See if we can make another position really quickly before I need to switch back to the front of the field. Gonna go side by side. He's gonna touch the grass, and off he goes into the gravel. Ooh, that's a tricky one. I don't think Zeech gave him enough space there. And down he goes. Oh man, that's unfortunate. Yeah, Zeech might get a penalty for that one. His DRS is now enabled. So yeah, Jordy, again, I think, unless any mistakes start to creep in, he's got to do his best to do the same as before and hold MRK at an arm's length distance, but he's got MVA behind MRK as well, so with those medium tires, so it's going to be a bit tricky. It's going to have to pour everything into the battery to catch back up and stay ahead. The DRS enabled now, and off they go. I wonder how. Let me just quickly switch to a Marmo. Yeah,
he's not. I'm watching a Marmo. Excuse me, since the restart, he's not made that much in terms of closing the gap to Tilla ahead, even though he's on a much faster tire.
Ooh, NVA! Oh my goodness! Pace. Too much speed coming in. Be careful, sir. Don't want to cause an incident as he comes out right in front of Zeech. Thankfully. Came in way too hot, almost ran into the back of MRK, ended up hitting the grass, and yeah, straight ahead he went. And there's the mistakes we're talking about. It's a bit tricky spotting your braking point at times, but yeah, track is a bit unforgiving. You got grass everywhere, gravel. Makes it a little bit harder, but MRK is gonna have to fight off another medium tire runner of Kiwi. And it's kind of back to the same little trio we had before. So the Rhythm's out in front. He's completely checked out. Said, see y'all at the finish line. See you in Park Ferme. And we got Jordy in the Williams with MRK and Kiwi trailing behind. And Miller now sort of in the fray. He's still in that little train with Tilla, Amarmo, and MB Jacobson. In a good spot for himself. Got the final couple laps still to go. But anything's possible. No more safety cars at this point, obviously, but you never know. Someone else might make a mistake. Someone else might break their front wing, crash into somebody, who knows.
And now this trio fighting at the end of the points, or quartet here, they're going to need to get a move on because two of them have time penalties, and Newbie's right there within that penalty. So if they want to get a point, especially Mr. Titan, he's going to have to make some overtakes.
Especially Kiwi. Kiwi's in a big kerfuffle here because he's stuck behind MRK, who's stuck behind Jordy, can't get close enough. And then he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 cars in his penalty range. Actually, maybe even MVA and Z, so he could drop down really far here. And I wouldn't even say that Jordy's going slowly either. So, yeah, he could drop really far down the order. So, not looking good for Ferrari today. We'll see if Fletcher, who does have the pace, we'll see if he is able to catch back up.
Just made a move to get past Shorty Shamrock again. We've had a nice little battle here at the end of the race.
Yeah, let's stay on Kiwi. Let's see if anyone else is gonna make some moves. See MB Jacobson on the back of Amarmo actually. Amarmo still has DRS, but those soft tires, I guess, falling off already. 6 laps old. And I don't think he'll be able to get DRS down this main straight. If he does, it's gonna be right on the limit. I think he did get it. So we're on the final lap of the race. See if anyone can make any moves ahead. We're all behaving in this train so far. No one locking up, crashing anybody else. See Tilla's point of view. Yeah, everyone's gonna get close, but not close enough as MRK already all the way on the back of the Williams. You want to save up your battery and then just do a mad dash on this double detection DRS zone here. Switch it to this view. Miller is really close behind Kiwi, but who's got more juice in their locker? I like that camera, so I switched off of it.
Oh, Zeech made a mistake. Mr. Titan goes through. Now he's got Fletcher right in the back of him. But not for long. He's going to make this overtake. Probably down to turn 8.
It doesn't look like this order will change here. I'll switch to Rhythms as he crosses the line. Hopefully nothing crazy happens. Let's see. Go back to our race leader. Rhythms started on pole position. Great race from him. And he's going to extend his championship lead as he crosses the line in P1. Congratulations to him. And here we come with Jordy, MRK. Kiwi's going to drop down the order. So that's going to be C. Miller, Tilla, Amarmo, MB Jacobson. Kiwi drops all the way down to 8th. MVA just out of his penalty range. Zeech crossing the line. Oh, it's too fast. It's too fast. Well, yeah, there you go. Rhythms again. Another race win under his belt. And, yeah, he's looking good for the championship at the moment. So if he's going to be praying for no more disconnects, which did set him back into MRK's clutches, so to speak. But yeah, podium for Jordy. What a great race from him in the Williams.
I don't care what the game says. I would say Jordy's my driver of the day. Wasn't necessarily the fastest, but he executed under pressure brilliantly the whole race.
I have to agree. So here we go, race winner Rhythms, also getting the fastest lap and the cleanest driver. The game gave Amarmo driver of the day. That's just because he had the most positions gained from his starting position, and Zeech with the most overtakes. And here is your order. There you go. Kiwi finished behind MRK, unfortunately down to 8th with that 3-second time penalty. Zeech somehow managing to make it back in the points. Same with Fletcher. But yeah, Amarmo, great race from 15th up to 6th. Same thing with MB Jacobson up to 7th from 13th. So yeah, Titan even gaining some places. We started dead last, but won't complain too much. But yeah, good race from everybody. And yeah. Rhythm's domination to bore fans. So it's another Red Bull MRL tradition of taking the championship by storm. If some of the old heads remember Marcus Libs back in the day. But yeah, thank you, Corey, for joining me. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. Thank you everybody for joining us in the chat. It was a pleasure to jump in the stream and commentate alongside Kayla.
But yeah, we'll catch you all next time, and go enjoy Tier 1 with, I don't actually know who's streaming it. I think it's Miller, and maybe Rowdy, I think. So give them all some love. GG's to everyone that finished. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.